And welcome to episode 2 of Crimson Knights, a kind of D&D 5 actual play. Kind of D&D 5. My version. It's bad, but it's fun. Okay, I mentioned to you guys in Discord, what I like to do is you guys get to give a Benny to someone on your team for pretty much any reason you want. Other than, well, they used the most bennies this time, so we should give it to them so they have an extra one. So, if someone was the funniest, if someone had the coolest moment, if someone had the best RP, if someone did the most interesting thing, whatever it is, you guys tell me who gets that benny. Did you guys talk about this at all?
I believe we decided on Warbroth for killing the big fatty.
Oh, yeah.
He was the super tank. Did the most damage.
He did.
For rolling boulders and eating golem punches.
It's so true. Okay, I am going to... Where is he? Why do I not see you?
Now, how do I use this on the Tavern Wenches?
I'll help you out with that, don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll spin it together.
Oh, listen to him.
Probably need one, being a dragon.
Well, you never know.
Somehow my deck of cards has no cards in it. So that's cool. Hold on. Stand by. Bennies. Oh, I see. All right. Card
I see bennies right here.
Yeah, but you can't take any.
I can't take it. It says removed. I'm trying to drag it. Give it.
Drag it. That working for you.
Give it. Maybe I already have two.
I like the attempt, but no.
I'm trying.
Cards. Add card. Card. Are you really gonna okay. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna remember that Warbroth has one. And I'm gonna fix this next time we play.
I think he's the only one with one right now, I think, right?
Yeah.
He is. However, I'm also gonna give a Benny to Thorcum for his fantastic heal crossbow across the room. That's how you shoot a crossbow moment, which I thought was fantastic.
To bring that up.
Right.
It was terrible.
Get better.
I believe our little score.
Yeah.
Lucky shot.
It was truly one of those great moments for me. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So,
is pinned to the wall by heavy crossbow bolts.
Exactly. So
I think my favorite part was envisioning him with eyes open, staring right at Warbroth, just dead. I don't know why that just keeps sticking with me. It's a metaphor for life, as it is right now.
Well,
that makes sense, actually.
There you go.
All right. New card. Can I just do this? Save changes? Can I just do that? No. All right, fine. Screw you and everything about you. One card. X deal. Oh, ooh! I think I got it. Okay, hold on.
I see something hovering over X.
Yeah, I sent one to my bot.
Oh.
Can I send one to Warbroth now? Yeah! Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And then one more to Thorcum.
ooh, okay. Yeah, I can't touch them, so it means hopefully you guys can.
Sweet. Okay. So, as a reminder to what they do, for those that just got them, they are fun things that let you reroll a die. Occasionally, it'll let you be automatic success, but those are usually in low stressful situations. But most of the time, they're rerolls. Other times, it can be used for stuff like, oh, I really want there to be a water tower above this area so I can try to do something and break it down and make it fall. You can pay a Benny and do that. One time, everyone forgot to put in their earplugs against the scary banshee, and they're able to pay their Bennies to remember to have put those in, which I thought was a fantastic use of a Benny. So,
Agreed.
Yeah. Anyway,
We even had them. We just didn't put them in.
We were just dumb. Until we remembered we weren't dumb.
Wait a minute, I'm not dumb.
Remembering to be smart. Mhm.
I ride motorcycles. Where's your earplugs? Ah, they're still in my pocket.
Right.
Right where they should be.
The only acceptable place for them. All right, there we
Got a full-blown cat battle going on in my camera.
go. I'm sure they deserve it.
I
Okay,
see him.
so who would like to recap what happened last week?
I'm more than willing
Mm.
to do so.
Mm.
All
Think
right.
of it.
What comes up?
All right. So we woke up after a nice deep sleep, where we were all interrupted, and although we haven't discussed it together yet so much, so we don't really know that it all happened to each of us.
I was trying, but
It's not necessary. Where the moon was turned red and was basically hit with a bolt of lightning, some kind of power, and someone said that they could help us out, and then we woke up, and to a page at each of our door urging us to go to Eli Pravo to his summons that were a day old already. We arrived there, and he explained to us about how he wanted to hire us for a job, and the rewards were extremely high, but were most likely to entice us to join the family of House Pravo, not necessarily maybe as family members, but as in the employ or associated with. But he was, of course, upset that we had taken so long, but we were able to get past that. I did find out that his chicken was unholy, as were his candles. So very concerning. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this and make sure I can bless his home more. But that will come as we go, I'm sure. We left, and we went to the area that he had sent us to find the group of House Lassie that was going to supposedly attack House Pravo's area. And we found the crossbowman and the magic user, where we were able to distract them with a nice large rock before they attacked us. We did, however, just immediately attack them without any kind of communication or knowledge of what was going on. So, doing things right that way, for sure. But they did attack back, and that's really all that matters. Legalities and whatnot. And so we took some time, took out some crossbowmen, and then we ignored the lovely bad guy in the back who decided to use necromancy to create a flesh golem. I know. It was very shocking. Like, why would we ignore the clear magic user in the background doing nothing? And he popped up, and of course fell into the immediate displeasure of the God Ilmater and his moonbeam. So it was very important. He could tell he was not really natural there. Where we then fought him and fought a very vicious cart that was destroyed. Thank the Lord. Marvelous blessings upon us all. And we were able to overcome that, where only 3 of the guards and the magic user did escape. And at that point, we had some wonderful discovery where Valen found a silver bolt, which was interesting, and we realized this could be very important for us in this world currently. And Dimitri found an exceedingly magic rock. So, very exciting.
The
very
magiciest.
The magiciest of rocks.
Super
From that
excited
moment,
now.
we decided to return to House Pravo to Eli to see what was going on, but we were stopped by some elf-looking. Yes,
I found a ring,
Delta.
remember?
You did find a bat ring, which sounds Ooh,
Well, you feel like
a
you
very
found a
magic-y.
finger
feel
with a
like-
ring on it.
Yeah,
True.
but I gave the
Thor's
finger to
leaving
somebody.
the
Who,
flagpole,
who got the
too.
finger?
Yes,
I
and I
gave
found
that to
5
one of
gold, but you don't know about that.
Uh,
Yes. And Falcon found a nice vampiric ring, but then we were stopped by more vampiric things that wanted to eat us. One did fly away in a flurry of bats, and the other has stared us down.
I would like to point out they're elven vampires, by the way, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, elven vampires. So,
Okay.
and that is where we are.
I like it. Okay. Anyone want to add anything to that?
Thor found 5 gold and needs to share it.
Nope.
Thorcum severely punished the cart after the fact for carrying the flesh column.
Yes,
Didn't think to shoot the cart before the flesh column got out.
Right. The very unholy cart became very holy.
We also know what happened to Ace's beard. Apparently, it was unholy, which is why Thorcum tried to bless it and just burned
I
it off.
can neither confirm nor deny that.
Just like the chicken.
Did we ever figure out what there was a particular spell you guys were using that had more of an effect the second time? Did we ever figure out on the flesh golem what that was?
Well, it was 2 different spells. Both are radiant damage. So, but as far
Which one
as
was the one that did more damage?
The one that did more damage was Sacred Flame.
Okay. So radiant damage from a holy perspective, maybe.
Perhaps.
Or flame-like. So
flame-like, yeah. We'll have to keep that in mind, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
I like it.
What
Okay.
were you going to say? Radiant what now?
I'm saying they're both radiant damage, and they both actually say flame in them, which is kind of interesting if you read it. But who knows? Radiant damage comes from gods, so it can be negative or positive. Ilmater is kind of a good / neutralish god, so it's not like good Bahamut good, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I beg to differ.
right. You and your hate for Bahamut.
Fair enough.
So the 2 vampires came out, and well, what you assume are vampires. They are men with the long, sharp ears of elves. They have their hair slicked back. It's all black. Their skin is almost purple. It's so pale. And the one's words were, "Oh, fresh blood, finally." And the other one said, "We should tell Lord Quillen about this first. Before we do this." And he's like, "You go ahead. I'm gonna eat these people," basically. And so he looked at him questioningly, and then disappeared into a puff of bats.
So now we know he's a vampire.
Well, he could be a polymorpher or something. Like he could have the amulet of puff of bats. I don't know.
It's
so
French.
Is there such a thing?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
What's
Is
amulet?
this like seeing aliens or werewolf? Kind of realize I can't believe what I'm seeing, or is it like, oh, maybe it's possible?
So you have heard of vampires in your travels before, but you have always assumed, and everyone that you know has always assumed, that things like turning into a flock of bats is a myth, or the fact that they can move insanely fast, or the fact that they can disappear into shadows, or the fact that they can turn to mist. Like all those things are like, they seem like a myth to you. Like it's impossible that something could be like that. But you just did watch a humanoid who looks vampiric in nature turn into a flock of bats and fly away. So this is probably pretty impressive to you. The one left standing in front of you reaches to his side and starts to pull out his sword very slowly. And where you're used to the normal sound of steel being pulled from a scabbard, that shink, this goes click, 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 and he pulls it completely out, and he's holding a long, thin rapier with a black blade. And Probably the only person who would probably notice this might be Dimitri. Dimitri, can I get a quick perception check from you?
Yep. Hold on. Perception. Ooh.
Dang.
I'll take it.
Nice work.
So
Dimitri's eyes go.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I have like goggles like you, Bryce.
2 red eyes. Dimitri, you know rapiers. And what he pulled out is weird looking. It has like a serrated blade on it, which you're not used to seeing. Matter of fact, you've never seen a rapier like that before. You also notice that it's a black steel, and it kind of has this weird, like almost oily look to it that is shimmering like a red color. And he draws the rapier to his side, and he smiles, and he says, "Do you have any idea how long it's been since I fed on fresh blood?"
My blood is definitely not fresh. I was on a bender the last couple days, and you don't even want to know. It's terrible. I would not start with me.
Good sir, we have no quarrel with you. On all my adventures, I've seen sea monsters, leviathans, angry ladies, and we're just passing through. We have no reason to fight you. So I saw what that charlatan that your companion did, and that was very convincing, but just let us go by if that's okay.
So he smiles, and his lips like curl up in this wicked grin, and you see 2 large fangs in his mouth. And he says, "Oh, I'm going to enjoy this."
That looks unhealthy.
And with that, let's clear. Yeah, okay. So everyone click on your characters, and we're going to roll initiative. So remember, click on your token first, and then click on the initiative thing on your D&D Beyond.
Can't find my token. Where's my token?
My screen is black.
Yeah, everything's
My
black.
screen is black.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me fix.
Oh, 9. Bleh.
Dimitri can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Got the hacks.
why these guys are this way. Bloop.
Well, I'm not going first.
Thorkim, can you see now?
I can see. Yes. Okay, there we go.
I can't see.
I cannot see.
You can see, right,
Oh,
Dimitri?
Yeah, no, I can see.
Didn't
Though
come through the first time.
Thorkim, it only
Oh,
does.
there we go. Now I see.
It's only
There.
showing 1 roll for you, though, Thorkim.
Yeah, I wasn't clicked on.
I don't see my
But now it's
token
in.
though. Where's my token?
Oh,
Should be
look at
there.
that.
I found me.
You did? Oh, yeah, there. Okay.
I found me.
I need to do this.
Chad, you're actually going after me. Holy crap.
I don't. Oh, there I am.
Okay. Did everyone roll? Did we get any doubles or anything
No.
here?
How am I so bad on my initiative? I have a +4.
Dimitri
Yeah,
rolled a 10
9.
first. Oh, 9.
Awesome. So do I.
I'm getting terrible rolls, man.
No, you
Yeah.
have your first roll is a 10, Dimitri. No, it's not. It actually is going to matter, it looks like. Whoa, we're still rolling. Okay.
That was
Can
Bryce.
you guys hear me or no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you.
I
Bryce.
can hear you now.
Okay. And then Thorkim, your first roll was a 16. Oh, but you had advantage, so 21. Okay, that's fine. Warbroth, your first roll was an 8. I'm deeply sorry.
Yep.
Valen, you got a 10, which is on here. I rolled a 20. I'm sorry. And Dalcum, you rolled a 10. Okay, sweet.
That's right.
Okay. Interestingly enough, Thorkim is actually going first. Shockingly.
I don't know how.
Well.
Okay.
Raining on his ass!
Let's
okay.
see here.
Good thing I'm wearing my pants of garlic, guys.
Also, I would like to point out that he looks so incredibly calm right now, it's not even funny.
That's terrifying. I don't like that.
Do not enjoy this.
Did you say I found a bushel of steel bolts, or
Yeah,
'cause I want it to be a bushel?
Like,
it'd
you're
be
like,
nice.
how many
But-
dozen
Dabble.
did I find? Like 5 dozen or 20 dozen? How many
Is it
was
like
it?
a magical one that keeps coming back to me after I shoot it? Maybe.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
That'd be
That's
super
nice.
cool. I doubt it,
Yeah.
but that'd be super cool.
What
I
is
really
a
want-
cluster? A grouping of crossbow bolts is a stabble.
Dabble.
Yeah.
I would like 12 stabbles, please.
Right. It's a bouquet of
I'll
stabbles.
have all the
2
stabbles.
stabbles. Stabble, dabble.
Sorry, I was checking one thing before I do.
Austin would like to petition to turn his silver bolt into the arrow from Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the whistle
Yeah.
one.
Right. So whistling. I can see it.
I want that.
He's just
Mary
sitting in the
Poppins,
corner.
y'all.
I'm whistling till I'm dry. Quick, give me some more water. Hold on. Okay.
Oh my gosh. You ever played the saltine game, by the way?
No.
It's like a party thing. They make you eat a saltine, and then like whoever can whistle first wins the round. And you eat a
Nice.
saltine cracker, it's impossible. No one can whistle.
Nice.
That sounds
Love it.
fun.
I am channeling my Twilight Sanctuary,
Oh,
and I'm going to, at first, give myself the 1d6 plus my cleric level, which is 5. Temporary hit points as I move to the front here.
Grant that creature one of these benefits. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's a 30-foot circle.
So hopefully I can. So I should be able to. And so that's what, out to here, right? That should encompass all of us right
Yeah.
now,
Hang tight
think so.
here.
and it moves with me.
oh, so you get a bunch of hit points to everybody in the circle.
Well,
5,
I
10,
can-
15, 20, 25.
It's
so I can
1d6
do
for
for
plus
everyone. I don't see why
1d6 plus 5, right? Because you're level 5.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Am I
25,
reading that right?
30.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 5. And unless I'm reading it wrong, it seems like anyone, as long as they're in the circle, can do it. It's not just. It doesn't seem like it's just one person.
Equal to 1, 2, see. Sorry. Whoever,
Whenever a creature.
Yeah, whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of the benefits. You grant temporary hit points equal to your thing. Okay. And one effect on it is causing it to be charmed and frightened. Okay. So yes, that would be everybody, but it's at the end of that player's turn.
Right, which is fine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So then I am going to. I like that.
Good job, Matt. That's awesome, dude. Seriously.
Mm.
Thank you. Oh,
I don't know if he charms, but he can't now.
well, yeah.
I mean, he's very handsome, but those eyes aren't going to capture me.
And
I know we're in a city of darkness, but the map is so dark for me I cannot see like the squares for distances.
Oh,
Is your
really? It's that
screen-
dark?
It's your
Yeah.
screen.
No, it's same for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I purposely made it dark because it is a city of darkness, but if it's too dark, I can adjust.
Yeah, but say I have a nice.
I just can't tell. Like I don't see
Is that better?
the grid. I can see
better,
the grid now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be dark and moody, but I didn't want it to be impossible.
I didn't mean to actually. Well, I guess. No. I was just casting it, so I wasn't actually like attacking. You know what I mean? But I was putting it in there. So although it is 60
channel,
feet,
Isn't Channel Divinity in action?
it is, but spiritual weapon's a bonus.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Not that it's going to matter because it was a 10.
Well, okay. So first you create the thing within range until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you make a when you. Okay, right. So yeah. Where exactly do you want it? Let me grab a token for you.
Let's see. I want it right here.
And what does it look
This-
like?
Are we going to go with? Well, I mean,
It
I
can
got
look
a
like
little-
anything you want. This is just the thing.
And this is just my floating spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like this to be. Let's see.
Clearly, it must be Thor's hammer.
Thorcum using Thor's hammer.
We could. Let's have it be 2 prayer lanterns, and in the middle, like a dripping hammer.
Sounds very phallic.
Sounds rad. I like it.
The dripping lanterns and hammer. I mean,
And I want to.
He calls it the hammer. He calls it the hammer. That's what it is, you know.
Austin's imagination is running wild. What are you gonna do?
Well, let's see. Hang on. If I can do, I mean,
Can
a
you-
10's not going to hit him, but let's put it right in front of us.
Can you grab that hammer?
Oh yeah.
What are you
Oh,
drinking,
yeah.
Bryce?
Alright.
Oh, love it, love it. Smoke wagon.
Hey, that's what I'm drinking too.
So good.
It's batch 74.
Lovely.
74 is so good. I'm drinking 60 right
Here.
now.
It is good. You know why? Because it's empty to about here.
Oh wow. That's a testament right there.
You're gonna have to buy
Okay.
stock with Ben. Anyway, okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, your spiritual weapon appears. It looks like you said it did, and then it swung at the vampire, and in a movement that almost seems hard to believe, he just moves, and it just swings right by him, and he's instantly back where it was. It almost looked like he didn't even move, and it just swung in empty air.
Okay. And then I'll end my turn, and I'll do the 1d6 plus for my.
Temporary hit points. You can actually add those to your thing as temporary hit points too, which is pretty cool. On your character, yeah, you can add it as temporary hit points, it's not just regular ones.
Oh yeah, it's right there. I see it.
I'm
Sweet.
just trying to figure out how to cast it, like on D&D. You know what I mean?
You just. I
All
got
right,
Hey,
nice.
that's how I do it. All right.
you. There you go.
Cowboy.
Nice.
So 5 plus, but
Five.
that didn't give me my plus though, which is interesting. So I got to figure that out for later. But so 10.
Okay. 10.
10.
All right. I like it. Okay.
How do
so,
I do it as temp?
if you click
I
on,
just type in the
I see
number
it
and hit heal to go.
Well, you
over.
gotta actually click on it and then do.
Oh.
yeah, if you actually click on the number, it pops up on the right.
Yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll do.
Can you remind me, by the way, when this comes up, Thorcum, that you are resistant to poison?
Yes,
Because I am going to forget. All right.
me too. So, that's
So,
good.
see, now it's your problem, though. It's not mine. Okay. So, the vampire looks at this glowing hammer hanging in the air and kind of again grins, and then moves at a scene speed.
And my hammer gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no.
Now that would be cool.
It does whirlwind strike.
Okay.
Oh God.
You blink Thorcum, and he's standing next to you, and the rapier, which you're so used to being a stabbing motion, comes by in a quick slash attack. And
Thankfully, it's made of marshmallows.
26 to hit.
What is with your hit roll?
It's not my fault, I swear.
You told me to be high AC, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, fine, I'll do that.
It
not
seemed
gonna
like a
hurt.
good choice, not this time. All right, so it comes by, and when it hits your skin, you feel it just tear at your skin, not cut through it like a normal blade, and it leaves this massive gash, and you're going to take 12 slashing damage,
Okay.
and blood is pouring off of your arm. So
And he's at the spout of your arm, just like
Right.
fresh dwarf. Hopefully, you have some holy water in your blood.
why didn't that work? Sorry.
Oh, it worked. Oh, he's bleeding. It worked.
No, I'm sure it's something else.
It's always something else with me, isn't it? Okay. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turn. Okay. So, you look down at your arm and you see the blood just like pouring out of it, far more than a normal wound would do. And you see like black tendrils, like of something in your skin. So at the start of your turn, you're going to take 1d4 necrotic damage, but we'll get to that at the start of your turn.
All right.
So the vampire smiles as he sees the thick slash in your arm, and then dashes. So you guys have seen Castlevania or played the games or whatever when Alcar would do the like doodle-doodle, like right, he'd like appear and like reappear next to him. He does that next to Valen and slashes again.
Gosh darn it!
He gets an attack of opportunity though from me, correct?
He does not because
What?
of how he moved.
That's wrong.
I know.
I
I know.
never
He's
remember
not
attack of
following the
opportunity. I remember it
rules,
twice
Bad
in this campaign.
vampires.
21 to hit, Valen.
Oh boy!
And you're going to take 8 slashing damage. And again, same deal. The blade comes by in this quick slash. It's hard to see. It moves so fast. And again, it rips open like this gash in your skin. So, at the start of your turn, you're going to take 1d4 damage. So after he does this, he laughs out loud. And he brings his blade to his tongue and licks off some of the blood.
Gross.
It's like so against Valen.
Dalton, you're up. Dalton, Bryce,
Yes.
you're up.
All right.
You're alive. You're alive, Bryce.
Yes, I haven't been touched. That's why I'm alive. I'm gonna have to cast my shoot. What's the one?
Are you gonna cast that centering cast that you had to do before you started the thing and lose your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
I have to, and then just hope he doesn't hit me that hard.
Okay. Again, you see the small gnome like put his hands together and get that weird look on his face. And then, do you want to move or anything? If you move, he will get an attack of opportunity on you. But you also be
I saw him jump like 50 feet,
right?
So I don't think that moving is a good call. I'll just hold my ground and then hope I don't die.
Okay. Sounds good. Valen, you are... Oh.
6.
Oh,
no, wait,
right.
5. No, 6.
No, 6, the first roll. So, Bryce, or Thorcum, you get 6 health, temporary health points. So, Bryce, where that is on your character sheet. If you click on the health section, you'll actually see like a pop-up on the right, and it'll show temporary hit points. You can put it there.
On
D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just up top right by hit points. You just hit that and it'll see.
Oh yeah, temporary. Okay, 6.
Yeah, you give you 6.
Thank you.
Okay. Valen, so you see this vampire standing right next to you, and he has this grin on his face, and little bits of your blood are dripping down his chin right now as he holds the blade in front of him.
All right. Excuse me. Valen, he starts to panic a little bit. He doesn't like having anyone this close to him, obviously, and he starts to very close. He starts yelling, "Get back, demon!" as he spits on the ground. And then I'm going to use my first attack here. I'm going to actually throw my net onto him.
Oh. Ooh.
I think you hit.
Yeah,
I think I got him.
I hope.
That absolutely hits. I don't remember how nets work in D&D. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
It's
because it doesn't even say anything on the thing.
I can put it right there for you.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency net allows you to small creature hit by. It's restrained until it is freed. A net has no effect on creatures that are formless. A creature that are huge or large creature can use an action of DC 10 strength check to feed itself or another creature within reach. Dealing 5 slashing into the net also frees a creature. Blah blah blah. Okay, got it.
Depends if you can zap out of it or not.
Yeah, 10 strength doesn't seem high, but
Nice.
Yeah, now my question would be, does he get an attack of opportunity if he's in a net on me?
No, because he's restrained. No.
Okay. Restrained.
I feel like he shouldn't. So we'll say no, because I don't think you should get an attack of opportunity if someone's restrained. So I'll say no.
Okay. Okay, great. Does it matter if I move or attack one before the other, or
No, doesn't matter. Well, actually, it does. Well, crossbow expert, it might not matter, but normally
crossbow expert? I don't get any any negative to being right next to him when I shoot.
Okay, then perfect. Then no, there's nothing.
Okay. I am going to move myself over by this fancy hammer.
Okay.
Stay in the circle.
Yeah. Stay in the circle. Yep.
Okay.
Right at the edge of the circle, and then I'm going to do my first shot on the vampire.
Okay.
With the hound.
So yes, absolutely hits. I'm sorry. Were you using your regular crossbow bolts here?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see the arrow whoosh, like cut through his arm a little bit. He looks down and smiles at you.
I say, "How does it feel?" And I giggle. And I'm gonna do my bonus action.
Oh, damn, dude!
Nice. Again, whoosh, it slashes through his other arm. He looks at that one a little bit more annoyed and looks back at you.
And I give him a wink, and then I spit on the ground.
Nice. Okay. All right. Sweet. Okay. And you already moved and did all your stuff, so you're done. Yes.
Yep.
Whoa.
I figured it out.
Hit points.
Yep, temporary.
Woo! I love it.
Temporary hit points. This
I-
is important. This does not go towards your normal hit points.
I'm gonna put 11 under temporary and hit enter.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Dimitri, you're up, sir.
Okay. Let's see. I was trying to read it to figure out what order I could do this, but if I cast, is it a full action if I cast Hex on him? Like I can't attack once I do that. It just says oh, it's bonus action. That's what it is.
Okay. So yeah, it's a bonus action. So you could cast it and then go up there and hit him. Just remember, you can't use your cunning action to disengage. You'll have to use your fancy footwork or whatever.
Okay, as long as I hit him. Okay.
Yeah, as long as you hit him.
Can I cast it as a bonus first?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and look at him, and I'll call upon the power of the Fey patron that Bryce has. He doesn't know it though. I'm like, shh, I'm hexing him. Shh, that guy.
Okay.
And he gets hexed. I don't know if it. I don't think it's a hit. I think it's just. Is it or wait a bit?
Just post it in the chat.
All right, let me see how it works.
Hit use or whatever.
Is that? Oh, that's it to hit. Sorry about that. Let me do this. Sorry about that. Do
Hexes to hit?
No, that's for damage. That was an accident.
You place a curse on the creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, you choose one ability that you cast that spell. The target has disadvantage on that ability check made with the chosen ability. Okay, so you already rolled the damage, the extra damage, which would be 1 extra damage to your attack. And then now you pick the ability you want him to have disadvantage on. So strength, dexterity, wisdom, pick one.
I'll do Constitution.
Okay, come on.
All right, so I'll go ahead and walk up to him. I'll do my Okay, here we go. This is gonna get complicated. Here we go. I think I do booming.
You cannot cast another spell,
Even if it's at will.
even if it's at will, because you're not a spellcaster.
Okay, no worries. Then I'll just do the regular rapier. Ignore that roll.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
I love he throws all the dice at him.
I know, all the dice on the table. Okay.
I do get sneak attack because he's touching
Absolutely.
he's touching Bryce's character.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that is, you definitely hit. So 7 plus 8 is 15 damage, right? So
Plus 1.
16 damage. So you slam your rapier home. It goes like right in between one of the ropes on the net that's holding him, and stabs into his dead flesh and comes back quickly. Small bits of black blood left on the blade.
Okay.
Don't lick the blade. Whatever you do, don't lick your blade. Don't try to play him in his own game.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. All right, so I can go ahead. I go and back. I just go and back up to here.
Very slowly.
He can zap to me if he wants. It doesn't really matter. So I think that's it. And then
This feels good.
I guess I can technically hide. I only hit him once.
You cannot hide because you used your bonus action to hex.
Okay, let's go with it. I'm good then.
You get some temporary hit points though there.
Oh.
7.
7?
Yeah.
On the
7.
temp.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Warbroth, you're up, sir.
I've got one question. The last time we played, I used my shield spell. So do I need to go in there and clear that spell slot?
I think I might have marked it off for you ready, but yes, you're supposed to. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to check off one of those boxes for that spell slot that you used.
Okay. So am I keeping that checked? Because it was checked and it still is checked.
Yes. So that's correct because you haven't taken a long rest, so you don't get your spells back until you take a long rest. You guys only took a short rest last time.
Now, should I be attacking this guy in the net with my great axe, or is that just going to free him?
Slashing damage.
Do you have a little pokey bit to your axe?
It will. It'll free him if you do some damage to him. But
I've got a mace. I've got a chromatic orb.
To be fair, there's a high probability that he will probably, as a vampire, be able to get out of the net next turn. So if you want to roll here or not, it's up to you. If you want to hit him or not, it's up to you.
I mostly netted him so I could get away from him without attack of opportunity. But yeah,
which is very smart.
Yeah, but if you're, he probably will have to use his bat thing to get out on his turn.
I go for it, Chad. I mean, he's gonna get free anyways. You might as well just free him now.
I'm not worried about you breaking the net at this point. I did what I needed to do. So.
Well,
you ruined my net.
Warbroth, brandishing his great axe, steps up to the small grinning creature with a grin full of dragon teeth.
Yeah, he only has 2 teeth.
He needs to swing his great axe at him.
Okay.
Show him the axe. Oh, he's bringing all the dice too. I love it.
Awesome. Wow.
Damn, dude.
Holy moly.
Holy. 27 hits, turns out. So
Who knew?
15 slashing plus the 6, so 21 damage. Jeez Louise.
Good job.
Okay.
So how's the smiling creature looking now?
Yeah. So every attack that's happened up to this point has looked pretty mild in comparison, but this one slashes through him. It rips into his skin, his undead flesh. Black blood sprays on the ground, and you rip the net completely off of him. And he
I said neck at first, and I was like, "Whoa!"
No. And he snarls at you, whereas he's been happy-go-lucky before. Now he snarls at you.
Well, let's see if he's still snarling.
Okay.
Throw all the dice at him. Ah,
Wow.
Yes, hits again.
Dang!
12, 9, 21 damage.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. Again, the backhand with the axe cuts a huge gash through him again. Again, more black blood sprays on the cobblestone at your feet. You see him like put his hand down and look at his skin, and then he like looks at you and he bares his fangs at you. Still showing a little bit of Valen's blood on him.
Now, should I action surge and attack him some more?
No one
think
here
it's
can
still
give you
there.
that opinion. This is 100% up to you. This is what you want to do.
Well, since he likes to attack everyone else, let's just keep going at him.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sheesh.
That's 17 hit. That's the question.
So as you come back to hit him, he just like sidesteps as the axe slams into the ground next to him, and
17's a
then
miss.
bounces back.
That's a hard hit. Dang.
Yeah.
It is.
17.
And last one.
Oh, that hit.
That one hits. Okay. 16.
Great damage too.
Sticking with my
Jeez.
75% hit ratio.
Love it. Love it.
All right. That was big. Wow, that was a lot of damage you just put out. Okay. So yeah, again, you slam your axe home into him, and this time you feel it hit like some bone or something, and you come back out with it, and you see a little chunk of undead black bone fly into the air.
Nice.
I
Is
poked
he
him.
still grinning now?
He is not grinning. He is not grinning, and little bits of black blood are like dribbling from his chin. Nice. Okay, you're all done, right?
Yep. All done.
Ooh.
Ooh.
11 temporary hit points for you.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
And remember
was
to
just
make sure these are
considering-
temporary. No,
Yep.
this is
Just
not healing.
Oh, dang it. I was going to say, blow some fire, Chan.
This is one of the coolest divinity powers that I've seen, though. I
It's
didn't even,
rad.
like, realize it was this good.
It's really good. Okay, Thorkum, you're up. Oh, sorry. So take 1d4. I should roll the 1d4.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
what I
you
should do.
4.
Take 4 necrotic damage.
Whatevs. Okay. So I look at him and I smile and I do a little humming, close my eyes. I move the hammer over here. Then we're gonna go and 12. Terrible with this thing.
Again, it just completely whiffs by him. He doesn't even move. It just misses him.
I have a +7, and I can't roll for crap with this stuff. All right, and then I am going to.
Hey, maybe you should use your crossbow, Thor.
No. Gonna cast
Dex
Sacred
15.
Flame.
Ah,
Look at me,
darn.
chicken.
To remember that next time. You have dexterity stuff, so if I do that hex, I'll do dexterity next time.
I rolled
Yeah.
a 19.
Of course you did.
Sorry. Does anything happen if it's a miss? Creatures on seasons. No. Okay, so your blast of sacred fire flies by his head.
Well, I'm gonna do a little dance as my bonus action.
Nice.
Little jig. Little jig.
I think your hammer would dance because moving it was part of your day. It was the thing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
You got 6 more hit points.
Does
I
it go up
just
every
thought of
turn?
something.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, at the end of every turn.
Can you look and
it's
see?
not.
I don't think it is, but can you just double check, make sure it's not concentration to use that?
It isn't. It's
Okay.
not even like a thing. It's not a spell. It's just a. I was looking for that. It's just
The cloud you put out there.
just do it.
I
Fantastic. It's a giant fart cloud of healing.
Cool. I like it. All right. So
Love it.
the vampire looks at his like ripped open like rib cage, and you see him like again that smile creep onto his face, and you watch as like most of his wounds knit up in front of you. It just like and just like start to merge as one. And he now looks much better. So he looks at you, Warbroth, and he kind of like nods his head slightly at you. And then he's going to make a quick attack. Actually, I take it back. He looks at you, he nods, and in one motion slams his sword home into its hilt and reaches out to grab you.
Don't let him kiss you.
I hit. Now, he wraps his hand around your neck and tries to pull you into an arm lock, Warbroth. So you're going to have to make a DC 18 strength check here. So it's a strength save, not athletics check, a strength save, to see if you can get out of his grip.
So what do I do?
So you'll on your character sheet, you should see something over on the left that says saving throws, and it'll say strength. It looks like it's a +9 for you. Just click on that. Oh yes, nice.
Love it.
So
break his arm.
So
Wow.
yeah, you like just like strong arm his arm away from you, and you push it away. It feels like you're pushing against like steel cables, but you're able to do it. You're just like able to muscle away from this grip. And then he comes back with his other hand and grabs a hold of the back of your neck. So let's see if he's going to try to. Let's see if he gets it. Uh, 24 to hit. So again, you got to make another escape roll here.
You and your hit rolls.
You know what's really funny is
like
both
a
rolls
nat
were
20.
good, and then nat 20's on the other side of them.
Oh.
Okay. So he grabs you, and the first time you're able to push away his arm, this time you just can't quite get the leverage on him. The small frame and stuff, and the way he grabs you with those like talons of fingernails that he has, and he twists your neck just slightly to the side, opens his mouth, and bites into your neck.
Can he really bite through my golden scales, huh?
I don't like what I'm saying.
Yes, he can.
See, I should have bit him on my first saving roll.
That's true. That should have been the answer. Okay, so 24 to hit. He bites into your neck, and you feel his fangs cut through right the gaps of your scales, and you feel like you've been cut a million times. You're a warrior. You know what it feels like to be cut. This is not being cut. This is being sucked. And he grabs into your neck, and you feel the blood being pumped out of your throat. And you're going to take 23 damage. But this is not damage. This is lowering your overall total health points by 23.
Ooh.
Is that affected by the temporary health at all?
Wow.
It is not.
So if your max health is, you're dropping it 23.
Yeah, so wherever your max health is, drop that by 23. Remember what it is right now? Like mark it down somewhere.
You could
because
health the max HP modifier.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Awesome. Oh yeah. Sweet. Max HP modifier. Perfect. Okay. Oh, that's nice. That's new, actually. They didn't used to have that. So his head pops back, and you see like a little bit of like gold. You're a golden dragon, right? Yeah. You see a little bit of like gold scale like stuck in between his teeth, and he reaches his head back and laughs. And as you see the last of his wounds seal back up. He looks to be in completely perfect health now.
What about that green fire I applied to him?
Yeah, been super useful. Dalcum, you're up.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna die. All right.
He is really close to you.
Not first.
Yeah, not for
Sacrifice the gnome. Get out of here.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh.
cast
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, do it. Roll to hit.
I'm
Yeah,
getting the,
try to roll it.
Backslash roll. 2d12.
Yeah. No, you gotta roll to hit first.
Oh,
Sorry.
All right,
We'll count
no,
that as your
no,
damage if you hit him. So go ahead and
Sure.
roll just 1d20 plus your spell modifier, which is something. I still don't understand why this isn't working for you, but we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
stupid. 1, 2,
Spell attack 8 plus 8. So plus 8 to whatever you roll. So roll d20 and plus 8.
Can I actually type that out in here? I can't remember. +8.
Yeah, you can just do /r space 1d20 space plus 8. Cool. Okay, so that hits.
All right.
No, I lied. It doesn't hit.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I totally got that wrong. It does not hit. So Eldritch
Oof.
Black swirls around him and just like bypasses him completely.
Sick. That's great. Okay.
Cool.
Well,
So, are you all done?
That is well, can I start casting Find Familiar?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Remind
Okay.
you, 10 rounds before you can
Yes,
cast it.
understood.
Okay.
But it's only counting as a move this turn, right? So it's going
Yeah.
to be a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. All right. So as the Eldritch Blast goes flying by him, don't forget to take your healing that Matt just gave you, or not healing, but temporary points.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
is that mine?
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah. So I get an
Um,
additional 3, right?
No, he
Apparently.
gave you 8, so you get 8 more temporary hit points.
Oh, sweet.
So the Eldritch Blast goes flying by, and he smiles and he's like, "I'm gonna suck you all dry." And then a coven of bats swirls into existence behind him, and it's the same one that you had seen earlier. And you all hear him say, "Rollo, Lord Quillen says to leave them be." This is directly from his mouth. And the vampire that you're fighting turns at him and looks at him and snarls and says, "I don't care what he says. These people are mine. That fool is not going to take this from me." And he turns back to look at you all in anger. In a flash of movement, the new vampire moves behind the one that's been fighting you. And all of a sudden, all that you see is black tendrils of darkness rip through the chest of the vampire you've been fighting, named clearly Rollo, and rip through it and like swirl a little bit, and then create like an interlock and come ripping back out, ripping the whole center of his chest out as the vampire falls to the ground in front of you. Now standing at basically with this other dead vampire at his feet, he looks at you all as the black tendrils slowly go back into his mouth and eyes and ears to where it goes completely back inside of him. And he looks at you all and says, "I am most sorry for his insolence, but it has been a very long time since he's seen new people here in the Evernight. Lord Quillen, however, has put his protection on you at this exact moment. So he would greatly appreciate it if you all came by Sakai Keep and we could have dinner together. We're out of combat initiative at the moment.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not going to respond. I have very negative feelings about vampires.
Can we expect you tomorrow night? He looks at you all.
I believe I'm going to be nursing this bite wound on my neck for a little bit.
He kind of looks at you a little bit, Warbroth, and he kind of like smiles a little bit. He has this air of complete control over himself. He's like in a perfectly tailored suit to him, in this ancient style, this big red ascot, perfectly coiffed. And he kind of turns his head and looks a little bit at your neck, and he's like, "Yes, as usual, Rollo is very barbaric in his ways. I am deeply sorry. I'm sure Lord Quillen will be happy to make up for any losses."
Are we talking gold?
what, bro? Just shh.
Possibly.
Hey, you have a chance to speak.
You dirty mercenary, Warbroth.
Possibly I will be there.
He says,
I am just like fidgeting as I'm staring at Warbroth.
While we appreciate the offer from your lord, to what do we owe such an honor to get the special eye of such a high person?
And I say honor and I spit.
he looks at you when you do that, Valen, and just like cocks his eyebrow just a little, but doesn't say anything, and then looks back at Dimitri and he says, "It has been a very long time since new people have come into this domain, and Lord Quillen likes to be well informed about who the newest people are to his realm."
Now, if Rollo was
Israel.
so hungry for blood, and there's people all in the city, is he not allowed to feast on anyone in the city?
He kind of quirks a smile at you, Warroth, and he says, "It's nice to see intelligence in a muscle-bound person such as yourself." And he kind of casually, like, kind of takes a knee next to Rollo and reaches out his hand and grabs a hold of Rollo's skull and just, in a quick twist of his wrist, just rips the head off the body. And says, "The thing is, we have been feasting on the people of this city for quite a long time now. And to have the option of having blood that we haven't tasted is incredibly enticing." And he looks at the blood still on Rollo's face, which is quite clearly yours, Warbroth. And he like smells it lightly. "But, alas, you are under protection at the moment." And he takes the head and he just kind of like holds it by the hair and holds it to his side. And he says, "So, tomorrow then?"
Exactly how long does this, at the moment, extend? Past tomorrow night, I hope?
He says, "If you're not at the castle tomorrow night, I'm sure Lord Quillen will be most displeased. And at that point, I don't know what the protection will be. It'll be up to my lord."
Well, it was certainly a pleasure meeting you. We'll do our best to make an appearance.
He nods his head and says, "I most look forward to it." And leaving the body at his feet, but still holding the head, he turns from you and in a swirl of bats, he disappears into the night.
Head turned into a bat.
Head
Oh,
turned
the head
into a bat
gets
as well.
carried
They
by a
just-
little bit of bats.
They're gone.
Is the body still there? I want
Body's
to
still
loot the
there.
body.
Just the head's gone.
Loot the body!
Loot
Give me
the
that
body.
rapier! Give me that rapier!
Shocking no one. Dimitri dives at the dead body.
Hey man, I know a good rapier when I see it. I'm gonna put this magic rock around the hilt once I
Nice.
get
So-
a magical rapier.
That would be the best thing ever.
Oh, I'm making jewelry out of this bitch. It's the best thing ever.
I love it. So yeah, Dimitri, you go up to him, and sure enough, his blade is still in the sheath. And you go and grab it, and you pull it out. And now that you have a closer inspection of it, the hilt of the rapier is all black, and it's shaped like bat wings, with the long steel blade that's serrated. And then up and down the edge are long blood channels that run down to the hilt. Obviously, this is a magical weapon, and it is, as you saw, seems to be quite powerful.
Okay.
He
So
was hiding the crossbow in there too, was he?
Oh, also, those of you that were hurt, can you please make Constitution saving throws? It was Thorcum and Valen, right? Were the two people that I caught with the blade.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'd like you both to take... we'll just roll it once for both of you. How's that?
Love it. Boom.
One
One damage.
One necrotic damage. And this goes off of your... this can come off of your temporary hit points.
Temporary.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't remember how long your temporary hit points last, Matt. Or, I'm sorry, Thorcum. So you'll have to let me know why
Yeah, I'll
I
have to-
do this part. So, you guys... Dimitri, you have the sword in your hand.
Can I
You
show
know-
it to Deandel to see if he can identify it or ask Bryce? Like
Okay,
hold
now-
it out to you, say, hey, I mean, this did some damage, so I'm very curious to see what maybe we can do with it.
You asking me? Okay, cool.
Yes, yes.
So-
If you could, you're a real pal.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Do I roll on identify? I can't remember.
No, so basically you just roll it. You don't even have to, because you're doing it as a ritual, you just take a minute to do it. And then I will give you the information of the weapon.
Oh, cool. All right. I'm gonna take the sword from you for a sec. I'm like holding it. Yes. Okay. And 1 sec here. I'm sniffing this thing out. Mm. This is a bleeder. Yeah. Okay, so I hand it back to you. So it's a bleeder. So hit points lost to this weapon's damage can be regained through a short or long rest rather than by regeneration or magic.
So, in other words, that means hit points done with it cannot be healed by magic or spells or potions. They can only be healed by rest.
That applies to you guys. You got hit by it.
Do
And
indeed.
smelling it, it's covered in a lot of blood. It's been used a lot by Rolo. So
Captain Rolo. I mean Rolo.
use it wisely. I hand it back.
Okay. Cool.
Is it worth the rest of us looking around at all?
We didn't like loot his body per se. I just took the sword, so you might have something else. If you guys want to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all we can do is go through his pockets for loose change, right?
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I found a quarter.
At this point.
His loose change is 10 gold,
Spicy.
which is a lot.
Warbroth picks him up by his ankles and shakes the gold out of his pockets.
That's not bad. That's 2 each.
So
Yeah.
we get 2 more gold each. Love it.
Reach.
Yep. Hold on. My money here. Oh. Holy crap! It's a lot of gold.
So how does that translate to what we got here? Like, how do you adjust the currency? Just put 2 under gold?
Yeah, you can just manually change the number if you want, or you can like put like if you click on currency, you can just add like 2 in the gold section and press up or add or anything you want to do. Like any way you want to get 2 more into your gold currently, how you do it.
Okay.
Dimitri, when you refresh your screen, you'll see Bleeder in your inventory.
Okay. I'll go ahead and refresh.
And now, so I should tell you guys all this now because I think this will be important. I'm not saying this weapon is cursed. However, what I am saying is identify does not tell you if a weapon is cursed or not. Okay? Identify will tell you what the weapon does or an item does, it's how its magical connection is, all that kind of stuff. But if a weapon is cursed or not, you won't know until you attune to it, meaning until you bind it to yourself. But it's not like World of Warcraft where when something's bound to you, you can never get rid of it or anything like that. It's just saying that you've taken an hour to bind yourself to this weapon, and then you can always unbind yourself to it and give it to someone else or whatever if you wanted to. But it has to be attuned to you for its effects to happen for stronger magical items such as Bleeder. So,
thank you for telling me that before I just equipped it.
Right. I wanted. In all fairness, right? So you can, if you want to do it, you can equip it and attune it, and then you'll find out if it's cursed or not. But that is just what I would like you to know.
Okay, appreciated.
What? You mean the last D&D Logic episode was lying to me when they were talking about having the person identify the weapon before he grabs the cursed sword?
Yeah. It's actually really interesting. Everyone assumes that identify will tell you if something's cursed, but it actually says in the rule book that it does not tell you that, which is interesting. Which I think is cool, personally.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
kind of.
Well, I think we were heading to Bravo, right?
Would we like
Wait,
to
Bravo?
rest again? Would that be?
What is it? A cursed sword walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hello, sword." It's a really bad D&D joke, but because no one knows, no one can tell.
Get out.
I will leave.
So yeah, you guys, it's up to you guys now what you want to do. If you want to talk about the fact that a vampire just showed up and asked if you wanted to,
I would like to go get a drink. This has been a day. Do we know of any bars around here?
I mean, we can, but we got to go back to what's his name.
We can wait an hour. I could really go for a drink.
Well, you know what?
What do you guys think of Evermead?
I feel like we deserve one.
Yeah, I think we all deserve a drink after that. Went from a simple defend job to killing a flesh golem and almost getting killed by a vampire.
And one of us being infected by said vampire.
Yeah. Warbroth doesn't look too high. He probably could use a few drinks. Maybe some hot mutton.
I mean, did we see a bar on our way over here from the place?
The only bars you guys know of are the Yawning Portal, and the Squatting Mule are like the only 2 major ones that you know of.
How far away is the southern one from us?
The southern one?
Yeah, isn't there one near here?
Which one's on the way? Maybe that's a better thing.
Yeah, the Yawning Portal is closer. Here's the map if you guys are so interested.
Yawning Portal, that's where I'd like to go.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to go to the Yawning Portal?
Let's go to the Yawning Portal. We deserve it after that.
Okay.
Where
So-
are we currently?
You guys are down here-ish, down by Port Authority. You're actually really close to Pravo. You guys had almost made it back. You guys had the fight you guys had was down in this area.
Oh, was it down there?
And so
I thought we were
you're,
up here for some reason.
No, it was down here. It was by the castle
Okay.
gates, the old castle gates. And you were coming up back to the Port Authority to talk to Eli. In this area here. You're more than welcome to go up to the Yawning Portal, though. Like, it's not. You guys did your job, right?
How far of a walk is that?
Half an hour, 45 minutes.
I could
Maybe
really
an
use
hour.
a drink. What do you guys want to do?
Should we stop in real quick since we're right here and then go?
Yeah. Who knows trouble we might find there.
He might give us a drink.
Yeah, maybe he'll give us a drink. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's check on him first.
Owes us a cask for the trouble we went through.
Oh, seriously, a whole cask.
And I
Okay.
sit back in the back of the group with a smile because I really just wanted to see what was wrong with his house.
Oh, God. Okay. I like it.
Are we carrying, half carrying war broth?
Dorcom, no blessing the mead.
The meat, yeah. Leave the meat out of this.
All right.
All right.
If I
Do
see
not
another
need any
chicken,
more unholy chicken episodes. I mean, why couldn't you bless the vampire?
Yeah.
I tried. First of all,
He tried
he was
hard.
protected by someone. Don't know who. Very
I
upsetting.
I mean, you put some damage into him, so.
Yeah, you really did.
I did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No, he healed. He healed
You
really
healed
well.
the hell out of everybody.
It was actually really important too to have those extra hit points because, and especially because they were extra hit points. They're whatever. Like it would have been real bad otherwise because your healing wouldn't have done anything against those bleeder cuts.
Yeah.
So
I had a feeling.
anyway, you guys head back to Eli then, right? So you show up at the Port Authority. You one of the pages there sees you and immediately brings you guys up directly to what's Eli's office, basically. And he knocks, opens up the door and lets you guys in. Inside is a very surprisingly sparse office for someone who is probably the most powerful, or the second most powerful person in Waterdeep, not including the vampires. Sits at a very simple desk, large but simple, with a lot of paperwork on it. An abacus in the corner. Like the guy has everything as neat as a pin. And he's writing something down with a Quillen. He looks up at you and he's like, how did it go? Come in, sit down. And he points to all the chairs arrayed in front of him.
I think it's important to note that the way I walk in is like Severus Snape, like walking to find Harry Potter. Just want you to know that's how I mean, but the best part is I'm so tiny that it just doesn't do anything. But
Gotcha.
this is how I feel.
In your
walking
head, this is what it looks like, right? As you walk
Exactly.
in. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, since
Cool.
I haven't seen Harry Potter, it makes no difference since I have no idea what he's doing anyways.
Okay. That actually makes sense. Okay, no one would know. Okay. So yeah, he points to the chairs in front of him.
Yeah,
Before
it's a good
start
right. Yeah.
recounting how this fight went, I think we need a drink.
So
Okay, Warbroth, I would like you to roll persuasion to see if he agrees with you.
I hope you're persuasive. No.
He kind of like quirks a smile and like underneath his large, intense handlebar mustache, and he kind of like leans back and crosses his arms. And he's like, "Let's find out what you have to say first."
So, well, I take my seat. Are you guys gonna do two? We're just gonna stand.
No, I'm gonna take a seat too. But
I'll sit.
as I take a seat, as I sit down next to him, I'm gonna grab my hand around where the blood is in the gash of my arm, and I'm gonna soak it in and slam it onto his desk, so you can kind of see the blood gushing out of my arm. I'm gonna say it went swimmingly. Thank you. And then
What was your goal in that interaction? Were you trying to intimidate him? Were you trying to impress him? Were you trying to like? I just want to know like if a roll needs to happen here, or if you're just like trying to flex a little bit, like what your goal of that interaction was.
I'm trying to just state the obvious. I'm trying to give him like it was a terrible evening. You want to see how it went?
Okay,
that's how it went. Yeah.
Got it.
Remember, you did not get that wound from the fight he sent us on either.
It actually was from there to back. It's still part of the fight.
Okay.
I consider it the same.
I'm going to assume Warbreath didn't say that out loud, or did he?
No, just gave Valen a sideways look.
Okay. All right, cool.
It was a silent sideways look.
Thorkim and Drockum, are you guys sitting down as well? Or are you guys standing? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I sat down.
I want to make a glance for any rogue candles and chicken.
There seems to be no questionable
on
chickens
high
in the
alert.
room. Yeah.
Man.
Questionable chickens.
But I do kind of take my time looking at the corner.
And keep an eye out for a rogue.
I'm smelling. I'm looking up, and then I sit down.
I don't like it.
After the last engagement, Thorkum sees vampire chickens around every corner.
Okay. I like it.
So, Lord Pravo, we did follow your instructions, and they were a bit vague. You did say we had to defend, but there was some necromancy about. We barely survived.
That's impossible. That was House Rossi. They would never employ necromancy. That would be ridiculous.
Well,
Did we take any souvenirs from the flesh golem as proof?
oh damn, we didn't, did we?
That would have been a good idea.
Would
Well-
someone like to give up a Benny
do it.
to have do it? Okay.
No.
Okay, take it from you.
Are you actually giving it up? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I could convince him. I could try to convince him before you do your Benny.
That's
Yeah,
meta.
we got some really great deception.
I'm not deceiving him.
If you do that, Thorkum's not going to be able to roll this before you do it. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, if you want to try to deceive him, Thorkum cannot give me this Benny to do that.
I will have confidence in you, Todd, but you
Well, I'm not
RP the hell out of it.
I'm not deceiving him. I'm actually telling him the truth. So it's just got to be a convincing
Persuasion.
story.
I think it's got to be persuasion then, right?
Yeah, I'm not lying to him.
Okay.
At least not at this time. I might lie a bit later, but
Not right now.
Okay. So that was what you said so far. We'll see what happens. What
Okay.
you say, and then we'll go for that far. So he said no, that's not possible. There was no way that there could be necromancy from House Rossi.
imagine my shock when here we are fighting these wimpy guys. They were just following left and right as I slashed every single one of them. It was crazy. But in the back, a guy slapped a wagon and a huge, monstrous, fleshy, quilted man came out with huge, fleshy flaps.
Fleshy flaps.
We barely survived to tell the tale, and I don't even know what to say. All I know is I've never seen anything like it, and there's no reason for us to make it up. Why would we make it up?
He's still in the
Doesn't
courtyard.
make sense. We can go back to the courtyard if you'd like to see it. I'm sure it's still there.
Okay, please roll persuasion for fleshy flaps.
Fleshy
Yep.
Fleshy flap persuasion.
All right. Let's do it.
They were the flappiest.
Ooh, okay.
Flaps!
Fleshiest flap.
The fleshiest flaps that ever flapped.
So he looks at you guys and he's like, that you obviously believe what you're saying, but that makes no sense. It's like no self-respecting house would ever stoop to necromancy. I mean, was there any... I'll immediately send out agents to go look at the courtyard and see what they can find, but I do believe you. He's like, was there any other information that you can give me about this event that may help we can figure out what could possibly be connecting this? Because I don't believe that House Rossi would use necromancy, a golem at that. That seems ridiculous.
We did destroy its carrying case, but
Yeah, we did.
its master of lightning did escape us.
Yes, indeed. And are there other information we know? Let's see here. I did find this very, very rare magical item.
Really?
Okay,
What's that?
This sword.
What about the ring? The ring came off for one of the guys. I don't know. Maybe not.
No, we
Did the ring
actually.
come off of the mace?
Actually, Lord, we actually have more information, believe it or not. After we slayed the flesh golem, on our way back here, we were accosted by a hungry vampire named Rollo, and we barely lived to tell that tale also.
Sent by Lord Quillen.
Really?
It's been quite the day. And I point to the wounds that Valen and Warbroth have. Oh, and I guess
And me.
yeah.
And yep.
All
Was
of
there
us.
any identifying marks on any of them besides their general armor?
Oh, we're talking about the other guys.
Yes! One had a mark of a raven. Impaled. by
Oh,
something.
job. I remember that.
He's like, well, that would explain it then. The Raven tattoo is connected to the DZD. They have been, rumor has it that they have been using necromancy to further their anarchist ways. They have been nothing but a pain in our side and an attack on humanity and all species since they've created their little rebellion.
Well, it seems like any means necessary must be their new mantra.
But why would DZD want to attack us here under the guise of House Rossi?
Could they be working together, or do you think it was a complete deception?
I don't know.
Have something that DZD wants?
They want anarchy. DZD wants House Pravo and House Rossi both to fall into nothing. They want complete anarchy in the streets. It's ridiculous. They would just be happy for us all to crawl into a ball and die.
Is that not enough reason for them to attack you under the guise of Rossi? Start a war between you?
Maybe. There has been a war between House Rossi and us for quite a while. They have constantly wanted to push off our control. House Rossi is cared only about the money that they can make through these Crimson Knights and the things that are connected with the pleasures of this world that are left. It's like here at House Pravo, we're trying to build a stronger military, a way of helping protect our people. We want to have the streets safe again to the way it used to be. The way it used to be 50 years ago. That's what we want.
Well, even more reason for DZD to attack if you're working on rebuilding.
Well, maybe we can.
Or they have another master you do not know of.
He's like, maybe. He says, you are not currently associated with us. He's like, you are free agents, so to speak, even though you are currently partaking in my hospitality. Like,
Can I walk around the room a little bit while you're talking? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of gives you a side eye as you stand up and start walking your little short gnome body.
I'm trying to give myself the right gait here. So.
So he looks. He continues though. He's like, would you be willing to? It could be very dangerous, but would you be willing to go to House Rossi and meet with them with this information? This may be DZD trying to force an issue here. I warn you. The head of House Rossi, she is quite a handful, and she is quick to anger. I can't promise your safety in this, and of course I'd be willing to pay, but it's important that maybe someone who's not associated with us can go in there and talk to her about it.
Do they have a tendency of attacking newcomers on sight, or what do we have to worry about?
It is a hard world, and people are often attacking people. So, Dracham, you pulled that off the shelf, yes? So, give me a quick investigation check. So he says to you, if you go in with a open mind and are not aggressive, I think that Zathaline would probably give you a meeting, especially if you told them that you had information about people pretending to be them. It's like, I can't promise anything. Obviously, I am not in her insane mind.
Should we mention you when we go there?
I would probably not. Dracham, as you start flipping through this book while they're all having this conversation, this book is it doesn't make any sense to you. It is incredibly old, but in perfect condition. Like, it doesn't look old. You know what this book is. This is a book that was written a very, very long time ago about a cult of necromancers that had attacked a city, forever ago. It was one of the many things that were like turned the world against necromancy. But like holding this book, it is far too old to be in this good a condition. So going back to the other conversation, he says, if you would be willing to do this for me, I think we could find some more gold in our coffers to pay you for this.
Okay, well, I guess the question is, Lord Pravo, what exactly is it that your Nina's to do? Because it could be she is behind it, and by us saying that she is, and we literally our lives would be forfeit. We're taking a big chance, but what is it you're exactly asking us to do? Or find out if she's behind it, or disinform her? Or what is it you're asking us to do exactly for the money?
He says, we need information. I need to find out why the DZD is pretending to be House Rossi, and if House Rossi knows about it. He's like, if she thinks that you're not connected to me, she may try to push you off. You may be able to learn something else of interest, of importance. He's like, I basically need spies to go in and handle this situation. He's like, the spy I had in House Rossi obviously is either turned or has gotten bad information, because he would have told me about this. He's like, he told me about the raid happening, but nothing about there being connections to necromancy in the DZD. He's like,
Wait for us to meet up with him.
If you think that would be best, I'd be willing to give you his information. He's like, as I said, I don't know if he's been turned or not, or if he is in some other way trying to work against my interests, though. He told me it was just going to be House Rossi attacking and nothing, a small force attacking down there. And it turned out that there was a flesh golem, as you said. Ugh. Disgusting. A disgrace on all things holy.
Guess we just have. Well, yeah, that's a good question. See if he's actually turned or not, because obviously the attack came from Rossi. If he told you about it, unless he's working for the DDZ with DDZ.
DZD. Dead Zone
DZD.
Defiance.
I guess talking to him might be the simplest, because if he's actually working with them, that's a whole nother problem.
As I said, I don't know if you want to meet with him or not. I just want you to meet with Zathlane.
What do you think? What do you think, guys? Putting us in the.
Yeah,
I don't mind talking to her, but we gotta literally just lie her face out, and she'll probably make us have to do stuff.
Well, I'm sure.
Can
I'm
we
sure
just
Thor would like to get to the
throw
bottom of
up
the necromancy.
to her, or do we need an introduction anyways?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Warbroth?
Can we just stroll up and talk to her, or do we need some
No.
type of introduction to get into her anyways?
We just have to say we have information for her, probably. Like, to say.
Where are they? Where is she located? Do we know?
She is located somewhere. Actually, you do know. On the map, she's right here. This area where Rossi headquarters is.
Oh, okay, real close. Oh, right near the airship dock.
Mm-hmm.
Right near where we fought the festival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where we almost got killed too, right? Isn't that where we got saved by Pravo?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly where you got saved by Pravo, the airship dock.
Well,
Lord Pravo, would you be willing to give us the information about your spy, but perhaps he won't know that we're coming. That way we can test and see if he's turned on you and perhaps even Rossi and gone to even a darker side. Can you tell us who he is, what he looks like at least? And we can choose to reveal ourselves to him if he does seem true.
Yeah. He says, yes, I can do that. I can give you a written description of him and also his name and the way that we show the code word to show that you are with us if you so decide to use it. He's like, I trust you all implicitly in this.
If he does turn out to be turned, he'd even fate worse than death do we have your blessing to take care of him should we need to?
If he is turned, I would greatly appreciate you to bring him to me alive. Greatly appreciate you to bring me alive. As in triple the amount of money I'm going to pay you if you bring him to me alive. If he is turned.
Oh, I see a lot of
If you have to kill him, I understand, but I would be much more pleased to see him at my feet alive.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that and it is just merely a misunderstanding.
I hope so for his sake.
Can you tell us anything you know about Penchanas? Or, sorry, you
Lord
might
Quillen?
know him as Lord Quillen, yeah.
Yes. He is a nobleman that thinks he is quite something, sitting up on the hill, He is nothing more than a stuffed shirt that shows up at the redemption rite every Crimson Nights in his top seats, pretending that all the problems of this world are nothing. He just revels in the debauchery of it all. Like, he is nothing of importance, just a stupid nobleman that is still in control of a small part of Waterdeep.
If he invited you to dinner, would you go?
Why would I want to be around such a dandy like him? It's ridiculous.
We
Imagine you like dandies. Would you have any worries about going?
what the
I don't think Provo
Okay.
has an idea that he's actually a vampire.
Okay. So
I'm not going to say anything about it.
so
Imagine you like dandies.
so what
Here,
if you're
here I thought
what if you're
Meat Flaps was
into
going to be the name of
dandies?
this episode. No. Imagine you like dandies. It's gonna be- Okay.
So Prav, do dandies do it for you?
So
Well,
he like
Lord
looks at you
Pravo-
like, what?
I think what my friend Valen's trying to say is, after we met with the flesh golem, on our way here,
Flesh flaps.
we bumped into the most amazing thing we've ever seen. I saw a man turn into a flock of bats. And I've heard of vampires, but I do believe we were accosted by a vampire, and that I hold out the sword, not threateningly, but I hold it out like this, like I hold out the sword. It's real sharp. No,
So-
I hold it out and like that, like to show him what it is, or maybe even hold out the handle to him so he can see it's. I'm not attacking him with it, of course.
He like looks at the blade. He doesn't touch it in your hands. He looks at the handle and stuff, and he's like, "There are no vampires in Waterdeep." He's like,
And yet, I took this off the body of the one that was killed by his own brethren. And he said his own lord, who I'm assuming he commands vampires. I am shocked. I thought a meat flaps was going to be the most crazy thing I saw today.
Flesh flaps.
But I was not hallucinating. I have all these fine sirs around me that can corroborate my story.
he says, he goes, honestly, he's like, there are no vampires in Waterdeep. If there are some wizards that have learned to polymorph and can turn into a flock of bats and are powerful, maybe. He's like, that could be. He's like, but vampires? That's ridiculous. And vampires can't even turn into bats. That is folklore. He's like, do you know how long I've been alive? He's like, can tell you, the vampires are not here in Waterdeep.
Warbroth asks if he knows what made the 2 puncture holes in his neck then.
Say that. You tell him, yeah. Show him your neck.
He looks at your
wrist
neck
scale.
and he's like, it could be anything. He's like, there are people crazed in the streets. He's like, we have had some werewolf problems. It's possible that it was a werewolf that bit you. They have been known to enjoy the flesh of intelligent beings.
I say, all right, well, you're probably right. You've been here a lot longer than us, but would you mind pointing us in the direction of, say, Silversmith and a garlic farm, please?
Oh man.
He laughs out loud, like absolutely laughs out loud. He's like, there are no silversmiths left in Waterdeep. He's like, you might be able to find a blacksmith. I can tell you what a blacksmith is. He might be able to help you. As for a
Anything
garlic
will help.
farm, he's like, garlic doesn't grow in Waterdeep anymore. Very few things do. He's like, we haven't had any garlic come in from the outside in years. Maybe 20 years.
We did get an invitation to Lord. What's his name? The Lord.
Quillen.
Penchanis. I speak up Penchanis.
Lord Dandy.
He did invite us
Daddy.
on pain of threat, and I I don't know if we should go or not. So I think we're going to be. Is that going to be a big problem if we don't see him? I don't know enough about him.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this meta knowledge for your characters to understand, because I'm apparently not getting this clear enough. He doesn't believe he's a vampire and thinks he's a nobody, stupid, like, dandy noble sitting on a hill, okay? Like, if you say, I'm afraid of him, he's going to think you're an idiot, right? That's how he views the situation, okay? So
Right,
that's what he's trying to tell you. You being like, are you sure? No, he's sure. This is really what he's telling you. The
This
guy's
is why I
nothing.
asked for the farm. That's
Right.
why I said, where's the nearest garlic farm? Yeah. I believe him. I believe that he believes it.
So while you're having this conversation, he looks at Dracham, who's like still standing there, like holding this book, and he's like, "Find something interesting, Gnome?"
Yes. I did.
He's like, take it. He's like, I have enough books to last me far longer than I can deal with it. He's like, be careful who you read it around, though. Some people may look at it as heresy, but obviously it is not a how-to on how to be a necromancer. It's just talking about what happened. He's like, people are afraid of all sorts of things that they shouldn't be.
Thank you.
Lastly, I would like to ask, can you point us into the direction of the finest bar in this area, please?
He kind of laughs and he's like, it used to be the Squatting Mule before the fall, but well, it probably still is the Squatting Mule, actually. He's like, the yawning portal has gone to hell, quite literally. People that are there are no longer not the most savory types go to the yawning portal anymore. He's like, if you want to go to somewhere where you'll have safe place to eat and drink, the mule is probably your best bet. He's like, a very, very long time ago. He's like, a very, very long time ago, it used to be part of House Pravo, but now it is under the protection of House Rossi. But it is under protection, so it is a safe place to be.
You wouldn't happen to have a carriage that could take us there, do you?
Roll persuasion.
Wow.
Valen.
Do it.
I like how Valen just asked for everything. Like, can I just have your pants? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, you rolled a nut.
It's chicken.
He looks at you and he's like, no, I don't have a carriage.
That was worth
He's
a
like,
try.
he's like, if you go to some of the bigger streets, occasionally there are armored carriages that go across that you could probably hire. They don't charge very much, and they are well considered to be a safe way of traveling if you so desire. They're not horribly expensive.
I appreciate the consideration.
All right, Lord Pravo, we appreciate it. So I hope we proved ourselves. So what was it that you had promised us before? With our success in our endeavors?
He's like, yes, of course. And he goes and he there's a chest next to his desk, and he walks up to it, he flips the clasps up, and he opens it up and he starts digging in it. He comes out with 2 bags, and he puts them down on the table in front of you, like ching ching. And then he goes and he starts looking through some paperwork, and he pulls out another piece of paper, and he puts it down there, and he's like, this is 200 gold and the deed to the house you are currently residing in. He's like, it was one of our early things that we took during the fall. He's like, it's well fortified and it belongs to House Pravo, but as a thank you for what you've done, and I'm sure you need a place to stay, he's like, this is my gift as well. He's like, take it in good health.
Much appreciated, Lord
Thank
Pravo.
Thank you, Lord Pravo. We will visit it, and we will come back to you once we have some more information.
I look forward to it. He's like, good luck, and remember, Zathleen is prickly. Be on your guard.
I like
How
him.
do you spell her name?
I actually do this right now. Zatheen.
Zathleen.
Sorry, I lied. Zathlleen.
I got you.
Like, where are you pronouncing the
I
L?
heard an L in there somewhere, I thought.
Yeah, I spelled
Good.
it right the first on the thing, but not the second time I wrote it. So, so let's take a 10-minute break. People can pee, get water, do whatever they're going to do. Get up, stretch their legs. Sorry.
Before we leave
Yep,
him, are we leaving him? Or like when we come back, have we left him?
that was my plan. But do you want to do something
Yes.
first?
Yeah, unless you have
Of
something to
course.
He wants to
Oh, I
play.
know.
Stand up.
do. Oh.
Can we
I look
tackle
at that.
Fork?
You can. And I
Can I
say,
roll a grapple?
Is
My
my net
lord.
still usable?
Let's
Can I
see
still
what
throw
he's
my net on him?
let's see what he's gonna do first before we decide if we're gonna do something. So let him do.
Okay.
my lord, I worry for the sanctity of your home. Please investigate the spiritual nature of your provisions, and may Mavra's blessing be upon you always. And I cast bless on him.
Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay. So, that happens.
Blessing rape. Woo.
You did not let me stop him,
Ooh.
Todd. Dimitri.
All
He
right.
kind of just
Can
did what he
you
did.
throw bless in the thing for me real quick?
Yep.
Mm.
Okay.
I feel like Matt's secretly chaotic evil, and we just don't know it.
Been fun for me. Okay. So, you do this, right? You touch, you cast it, and you've used bless a million times. You know the spell inward and outward. It's the way you like bless people, right? It's like a thing. As it leaves you, like it normally does, this is the first time you've cast it since this morning, and it feels weird coming out of you, like you're trying to hold on to something that's slick with oil, and the spell, like, you get it, you're able to cast it, but you feel like you just miss him. Like, the blush just doesn't hit him like it should. Like, you feel like you just missed. Like, you threw a dart and missed the target. And you're like, wow, that's weird. Like, you're like... And you have this, like mealy apple kind of taste in your mouth. Like, that's kind of what just happened. Like, that's weird.
And what does he do?
He looks at you and he nods. He's like, I will take your words to heart, cleric. He's like, are you a cleric to Ilmater?
I am indeed.
Like,
Ilmater's blessing.
he's like, thank you. And he bows. He's like, I served Ilmater for a very long time. He's like, but the
My heart is
temple...
happy.
He's like, the temple here has fallen into disarray. He's like,
I must go.
it's right here in the dock ward. He's like, maybe you going to it could help get it stationed back up here after so many years. He's like,
Thank you for this knowledge.
he nods. He's like, Ilmater's blessing be on you as well.
My lord, thank you. I must
No!
fix this unjustness. Any blessings you can bestow for the Lord Ilmater will be greatly appreciated.
He's like, come back to me when you have information about House Rossi as well, and I'll see what I can do to help you rebuild that holy site.
Right.
Amy
This
loved that.
blessing
Just so
forever
you know,
apply.
Matt. Amy loved that. She literally is like,
I love that. Okay, cool.
She thinks it's the best.
Let's take a quick break. 10 minutes. People heat up food, pee, get a drink, do whatever you're going to do. I will catch you all.
Careful what order you
10.
do them in.
Okay, cool. We're back. Yay. Okay, so you guys just had that interaction with Eli, Pravo, and what?
Maybe he's back.
What are you drinking, Chad? I'm very jealous. It looks like beer.
Yes, it is. It is Santa's Little Helper,
Oh, it's so good.
the vanilla version.
Oh,
I haven't
They
had
had,
beer in
you hurt
3
my
months.
soul.
12 packs at Costco of Santa's Little Helper. The regular, the vanilla, and the hazelnut versions.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back on target. I got sidetracked by beer. I haven't had beer in literally 2 months, so okay. Anyway, so you guys have this interaction with Eli. You guys are kind of standing in front of House Pravo now, and you're like, "What are you gonna do?" So,
Speaking of beer, we're going drinking.
I know what we're gonna do.
We're going to go drinking.
I have a couple prayers to make to the god of beer. Let's do this.
Oh, yes.
I have many more prayers for Elmater.
That's
So, I suggest that we head up to the Squatted Mule per Pravo's
Elmater.
recommendation.
On the way, we must stop by the Temple of Elmater.
It's out of the way. I think it's in the wrong direction.
Well-
There is no out of the way. There is no direction. There is Elmater.
How about I get you your first bottle? First bottle is on me. If you go straight there.
dude. Take it. He's a cheapskate.
Do you think that Elmater has not blessed me with gold?
I heard they have a particular rare vintage that was blessed by Ilmater at the Squatting Mule.
That is very exciting.
Yeah.
I will absolutely partake after I have prayed to Elmater at his
pray,
holy temple.
We'll just pray
for
right
his
here.
blessing.
You're so good at it. Just do right here, and then we'll go get a beer.
Ilmater is everywhere you are, right?
I know he's everywhere. I don't know what you're worried about, man.
Yeah.
You
I
make
like how it
compelling
sounds like our
arguments.
actual group. Like,
I will settle for a drive-by.
A drive-by.
Alright.
If I can step foot at the temple grounds to take a look,
Well,
and you can pull me back in.
well,
immediately.
it's
Alright,
not.
alright.
It's not that. It's just I worry for your. I worry for you. I know how much you love your God, but
Our God.
Don't we first need to find a carriage? Whether or not that carriage will do a drive-by past the temple can come after that.
I guess we should look for a carriage. Good idea.
And Valen can just tip the driver extra to skip the
It
temple.
is not out of the way
it's
of our journey.
it is.
No.
We on our
Have-
way.
have
Totally
you-
on our way back.
Do you not
Totally.
remember our map? It is
I would like
on
to start
the
looking
way.
for a carriage. Or hailing a carriage.
Okay.
Do we see any carriages running by?
Let's find out.
Like, is it actually on the way? Because if it's not, I'm kind of.
It's on the map, Todd.
It literally is. It's
on
right
the
here.
way.
Fine.
I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do, but I'm just saying it is technically. on the way.
I don't want to encourage him, but I don't know. There's also not a good reason for him not to.
You do not see any carriages at the moment.
Well, I guess we're hoofing it.
Alright. Let's start walking that direction then.
That walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just headed up this way, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you guys walk for a little while, probably half an hour, and you don't see really any carriages, any of the heavy armored carriages. But eventually, like, you see a couple weird things as you're going. You see some like things like skitter in the shadows in a couple alleys and stuff, which isn't horrendously weird, but just kind of odd. And then you also saw what you swore was the biggest wolf you ever saw, like disappear down an alleyway, but then it was gone. Like you almost weren't entirely sure you actually saw it. But then you... Sorry, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, as I see these things, I start talking really loudly in a thick Russian accent to make myself feel better.
What do you say to yourself?
Bravery. I say, I am big scary man, and I have lots of silver arrows. That's Scottish, gosh. Something very Russian and very bolsterous to kind of encourage myself.
Da,
like
no
it.
u mnie jest no sladkie молоко.
Exactly, vodka.
Vodka,
I love it. Okay. Cool. So you guys are going the way.
Do that.
And you end up getting up to the Temple of Ilmater, or what used to be the Temple of Ilmater. The temple is in horrendous disrepair. It's the windows are blown out of it. The steps going up into the door has been completely busted off the hinges. You can see kind of through the big empty door into inside, and like the pulpit kind of thing looks like it's just like a broken down piece of concrete now. And the pews inside are like on a quick glance look destroyed. Can I get a religion check from Thorcum and anyone else who is proficient in religion? So that means you have the little like dot next to your religion and your skills.
I could get lucky.
I'm -1.
I'm guessing you're not proficient then, so you can't roll.
I'm a godless man.
If I'm like above 3, can I roll?
No.
If you have the
The
dot.
black dot.
It actually has to have the dot next to it, meaning it was one of your proficiencies that you got from the thing.
Yeah.
Although,
16's not bad though.
with your background,
I'm plus
Actually-
4.
yeah, you can roll.
Okay.
You can roll, Dalcum.
Thank you.
Oh
Okay.
my.
So you guys have been to a lot of temples. You have seen a lot of divine power. You understand what it's like to be in these places. And as you sorry, are you guys going into the temple, or are you just...
It's a drive-by. Drive-by.
We are standing outside. Yeah.
So-
I mean, I am starting to run in.
Right. So as you like
We're just
are kind of
driving
like...
them by the collar as we go by.
Right.
Yeah.
So normally whenever you guys go by a temple or something like that is consecrated ground, for those of you that rolled high here, so Thorcum and Dalcum, you're used to that feeling of calm and radiant peace that is around all temples. It's the way it works. It always has been. If there is divine consecrated ground, this is how it feels. You don't feel that. You don't feel that coming off this place. This feels like a normal building to you, which is significantly weird, because to go from consecrated to not consecrated is a very hard thing. Like, people have found ruins that are 1,000,000 years old in the world that are still consecrated, even though the temple is long since gone, but the ground itself is. You do not feel that coming off of this location. Also, as you guys are walking by, I'd like everyone to make a perception check.
Eh.
Can I do investigate instead of perception?
Nope.
Yeah.
What? I'm only -1 in perception.
I'm -2 in perception.
We're about to like, oh, my hand.
Are we sure we're in
Guys
the
are
right
lucky I'm
spot?
with
It
you.
doesn't look right.
All the rest of you are just
Dimitri.
like walking, like you're moving by. Dimitri, you hear crying inside the temple.
It's in your head. Don't listen to it.
Not this again.
You also hear crying outside the temple. Yes. You're wondering.
Is this a stereo? I'm crying like both sides. It's so weird. So I hear crying like
You hear like baby crying.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm
Alright,
sobbing.
okay.
Don't fall for it. It's
Dimitri's
the
a bad
vampire.
person. Dimitri doesn't care
Hold
about
on.
everybody.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Actually, no. Never mind. Continue.
That's not true. I'm chaotic neutral, but a child's gonna touch my heartstrings no matter what I do about it.
I have already started to try to run into this building.
Okay.
Just like that's happening. I don't know that that's there. So, I mean,
Thor's
let
going
my
into
run
the
buddy-
building. Should we slow down?
Okay. Thorcum, hold on, one second.
No.
I know you guys might not have heard it, but I actually heard a child crying inside of that building, and I don't want to go in there
Son of a bitch.
because it feels something. This feels something doesn't feel right about this. but
Feels normal to you, Dimitri.
I can't ignore the voice of a child, so I don't want to go in there. Okay.
Can I?
Promise me you're not gonna run in there. Just let's be careful. We don't know what's in there. It could literally be a den of some horrible group of people that are.
If we don't go now, I promise nothing.
Okay, let's just promise you be cautious, please.
I have made my terms.
I take the rope out of my pack and tie it around Thorcum like a baby on one of those walking leashes.
Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah.
He totally did.
Yeah.
A little short, Thorcum.
Wow.
I love it.
That works.
Right.
Either that or she like wrap him up like a baby yarn or something. That could work.
Here's an idea. I say just so we can avoid never being able to get Thor out of there again. How about Dimitri and I stealth in there real quick, do a quick peek around, see what's going on, and then we'll come back and report.
Are you saying you want to separate the party into the crying?
No, I'm just gonna stealth in like 5-10 feet into the building, look, and then pop back out. Let you know.
Within full view of us because we're right there.
Yeah, just give it a little investigatory. Without I don't want your sobbing to, drown out the other sobbing. We don't know
There's
what
the map.
sobbing's what.
I mean, Dimitri's already proven how stealth capable doorways are.
They are. I don't want to split the party yet, but it might be good we go ahead a bit. Stop running! Stop it! Stop it!
I am like rolling.
Okay, so I would also
There
like
are
to point
tears.
out. I want to point out
Uh-huh.
the only people that this feels weird to are Thorcum and Dracum. Right? They felt this isn't consecrated ground anymore. To the rest of you, it's just an old beat up temple that you hear some crying from inside. So like I want you to like think about that as your characters. That's how they would be viewing this situation. Yes, it's a horrible place, but just to keep that in mind. Because they didn't say that they didn't feel consecrated anymore here.
I'm going into it with the mind of I don't want Thorcum to go in there and never want to come out. I'm trying to get to the bar, so I want to go in there and be like, no, it was a false alarm. It was a bird that sounds like a baby, and then get him out of there.
I'm viewing this as the parent being dragged to the amusement park and the child's just running as fast as they can and the parents just holding the
Just
lead.
hold on. Just hold on to him. Let's go take a little peekaboo in there and see what's going on.
I'm using my strength to hold the rope around Thorcum. He's not getting into the building.
All right, me and
Dimitri? Yeah,
we're
me
not
and
gonna
you
go.
and me.
We're not gonna go tray 4. We're just gonna do a quick scouting because never split party.
Okay. For those that are going forward, roll stealth then. That's what you're saying you're going to do is you're going to try to stealth, or you're just like kind of going in.
No,
Stealth.
stop.
I'm stealthing.
Okay.
Damn.
Valen feels very stealthy.
Very stealthy.
I hope
Yeah.
I'm equally. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
You guys are
We're
ghosts
really stealthy.
going into
We're
here.
ghosts. Yep. Not making a peep.
Watch out for those squeaky floorboards.
Yeah. Wait, 22 and 26, they just ignore them. There's like,
I
oh, that
am-
one's creaky. Step over it.
I am a floorboard.
Yeah.
I'm one with the floorboard. Now, no, don't hide under any rugs. Whatever you do.
Imagine you like dandies. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Give me that mustache.
so is that as far as you guys walk?
I'm gonna go right here.
I mean,
Like
not much-
26, I'm gonna make one step inside. That's
One
it.
step in.
That's as far as I'm going. Okay.
No,
So-
it's good. Everything's fine here, guys. Let's go.
Yep, we're good to go.
So,
Thorcom.
so when you guys walk into the building, I'd like you both to make religion checks real quick for me.
that is
so
not a good idea.
Valen and Dimitri.
I'm so godless, but all right, here we go.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
well,
Wow.
well, I have. That's with a -1.
The dice
higher.
approve.
Yeah.
So, Valen, you don't feel anything. It's just your normal thing. You guys sneak in real quiet. But Dimitri, as soon as your foot crosses the threshold, you feel darkness. You feel this ground is not only not consecrated anymore, it's desecrated. There is something dark here, and there is something perverting the power that was once here. This is something bad is happening or happened or something. This is a very bad place right now, and it feels uncomfortable.
Now, can I make a investigation check here while I'm looking? So I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking around.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I'm proficient in it.
Well, I'm going to stop you from. I'm going to do the whole like. We're ghosts, but I'm going to do the whole like arm thing so you don't cross past me.
Okay.
And
I'm
I
gonna look
like.
at you.
And I do like. Do you know thieves can't? You probably don't, do you?
Do what?
He doesn't know Thieves Camp.
Yeah, I can hand signals, but it's fine.
You guys can make investigation checks though, like as you like are sneaking in or whatever. That's totally fine.
I would like to do that.
All right, I guess I'll do the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh damn, dude!
It's big.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to. So or
I
should
would still
have?
do it because that's what you're doing. Like you're coming in here to investigate.
Ah, nice
Nice.
work. Nice work.
Well,
So, as you guys get there, Dimitri puts up his hand and stops you, and you guys kind of like survey the room. And the crying is now much louder, and the crying is coming from a basket over in the corner here. You guys see the ping? This basket is like one of those weaved kind of baskets that's common that people would carry children in at the time, that kind of stuff, babies. And the crying is coming from that corner. Inside the temple, all the pews are destroyed, have been just busted up. Clearly, someone has been in here and taken wood for fires. You also are noticing that the pulpit, obviously used to be some kind of impressive altar, but now it's just this concrete block that has been busted up. All the windows that were probably once stained glass and beautiful images of El Mater are all busted out and gone. There's also 4 doors. One here, one here, one here, one here. Into 4 small rooms, it looks like. So that's kind of what you guys see as you're like in here, sneak up to this thing. And the crying is like insistent and heartbreaking.
Well, I don't have a heart, so I'm gonna go back and tell Thor. There's nothing to find.
you're a
Saying
monster.
it's
Oh.
thoroughly been gone through. There's no gold in here. There's no reason for Warbroth to hang around.
No, I'm
We'll
gonna
see
be
what they
back-
say when they come back, Warbroth. You don't know yet.
I'm walking back. I'm gonna sneak back to
No,
Thor here.
You don't leave me. I'm
Better
gonna.
move.
I
You
gotta.
put your hand out. You put your hand out. I'm moving backwards. Let's go back this way.
I gotta at least check the basket. Make sure. I
No,
don't know.
let's tell Thor. He knows.
I mean, I know this is like, don't go in there. I understand.
Thorkin,
I
you can hear the crying now.
okay. So I'm ready. I can hear the crying. Valen.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Do I see him trying to get in before I turn around?
I mean, I'm still tied up, right? So,
Okay.
Yep, still tied up.
I mean, I'm rolling. There is like hay on my face from the tears as I've been rolling, and I'm sobbing as I roll towards the door.
Okay.
I would-
I obviously
I
have
mean,
a very
it'd
bad
probably be a
feeling.
good idea to untie me at this point.
Okay, I definitely have a bad feeling. Do I feel I can get a quick look in the basket, or is it? It's my yeah. All right. I don't want to start a battle. It's not smart. Okay.
Are you that kind of person that would go into a
I-
creepy old area with a crying baby?
Well, with my stealth, I would check, but
How about can I somehow signal to you that that we should get the magical people involved before we rush headlong?
yeah. All right. I'll go. It's fine.
I believe we've lost the gnome. The
No.
gnome has wandered off. We don't know where the gnome is.
Okay.
No.
Oh yeah. We should wait till Bryce gets back. I don't know where he went, but
Yes.
sounds like he's doing his dishes.
He's getting ice, knowing Bryce. So, Dimitri, you're coming back to the sneaking back to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
Let's at least tell
I have a brash.
the
I have a
priest.
brash part, but the information I have is very important, which is
Yeah.
that feeling I have. That's very important information that they need to know.
Okay.
Are you two stealthy people at least keeping your eyes on the doors next to you to make sure that there's nothing opening and reaching
They
for you?
can't hear. They can't hear
They
us.
can't hear nothing.
They literally it might as well be like little mice patters, or
That's
like
true.
the wind.
It's true. They are very stealthy.
It's like
They-
silent.
They are the breath of a ghost.
We both saw the thing, the baby carriage in the corner, right?
No, we did, but I didn't tell
The
you that.
basket, yeah.
We
Yeah.
both saw the baby basket, but I don't know about the uneasy feeling, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm going to Thor first. I got there before Dimitri did. I'm gonna say Thor. So there's nothing much in there except obviously the crying, which you can hear.
You're much crying.
Does Ilmater worshippers have a tendency to drop babies off in your temple religion?
People are known to give their children over to Ilmater's blessing.
Because there might be a baby in a basket over in the corner.
Okay.
But
I hear it.
Now I follow that long behind, and I'm like, okay, Thorcum, I know, I'm not a religious man.
Yes, you're a heathen.
I
I
admit
am
it.
aware.
I admit it, and I know you're trying to. I know you're trying to save me constantly, and I appreciate that. I really
Not
do.
trying. I will.
Nope, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that-
Now, when I went in there, as soon as I crossed a certain threshold, I felt. Well, if you went in there, you'd feel it. It felt evil, and I was going to go in to grab that child, but I was afraid for all of us. I don't know if it's some sort of. It makes me sad. I don't want you to go in there. Be honest. I don't think you can
we
handle it.
must.
I don't think you can handle it.
If
It's a
we
trap.
prepare, I have no choice. I must
Yeah,
fix this
all right.
atrocity.
We are still very stealthy, Dimitri and
No.
I.
Not anymore.
No, we're not anymore.
We have to roll
Yeah,
again.
still stealthy.
You
might
start
not roll that
talking.
well.
Would you be able to? Gosh,
I'm afraid to go.
I
I'm
feel-
afraid to go grab the child. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm afraid
Good.
too, but I feel like Thor's lack of control is going to make him get into trouble even more so. Thorcum, can you cast like protection on us, or is there anything you can give us if this evil feeling that Dimitri's feeling is real? Is there anything you can do to, and then maybe we can sneak back in there and kind of get a closer look?
I touch you with guidance, and your face. I grasp his face.
All right. Is that like guidance to not get hit for an hour, or what does that do for me?
It's on there. It gives you a D4 on your next ability check.
You got anything else?
I mean,
Great. Let's go in. Oh,
what are you?
Warboss with stealth. Oh, nope.
Warboss,
that's
are
not
you gonna
bad.
go stealthing in there? Is that what you're doing?
Staying
tempted.
I'm staying on the steps.
Sorry, what
I mean,
are
I
you doing,
can cast-
Warboss?
I was going to see if I could sneak in with them, but clearly I'm staying outside.
Nope. You rolled stealth. That means you are going to sneak in with them. Just badly.
Yeah, that's how it works, unfortunately.
That's how it works.
All right.
All right. Well, I was even gonna offer a rest, but here we go.
Here we go. We're going in.
Smart with my 26 hit points, wasn't it?
Oh, Chad.
Well, hey,
I love it
Valen.
so much.
All
I
right.
have guidance, right? So do I have do I get to roll a D4 with that, or
Wait, did he touch
Yes.
you or did he touch me?
I touched
he
Valen.
touched me?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
what do I
can
do?
roll it, Valen, but it's because
Do I
once before the spell ends, the other number of disability check and choice.
Oh, it's
Roll
of your
that before-
choice.
Yeah. And the spell is how long? 1 minute. So you can take a minute before you use that D4.
Okay, cool.
And you probably don't have to right now because it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, because the stealth is, yeah. I mean, I could roll a 2 in stealth.
stealth
and
has been
it'll
jacked.
Still be, yeah, it'll still be fine. So here we go.
Would someone like to remove these restraints from me?
Oh, Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Would someone like to remove these restraints from me?
I will.
You'll
put my
wake the
rope
baby.
back
We,
in the bag,
we pretend
I will wake the crying baby.
we pretend
Yes.
we don't hear what he said by accident. We're just like, oh yeah, we're so busy.
I mean, if you really want to enter this room with no stealth,
No. I'm
Not-
gonna.
having
And
me
here's the
tied
deal:
up-
if you do not untie him, he will be restrained and grappled going into this room. Just so everyone's
Can
clear.
I use my sleight of hand to just slip him out of the knot real quick? Because I think I need his spell casting.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
Or should I run it by?
You could just-
Put the
you
rope
could just
back in my
untie him.
bag.
What was that, Warbroth?
I said, can't I just untie him and put the rope back in my bag?
Yes,
If
you
you
can
want
totally
to.
do that.
Then I will untie him and put the
Okay.
rope away in my bag.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are going in together now.
Yep. Now that I'm going in, I want a spellcaster with free flailing arms ready to help me.
Jocelyn, we haven't heard from you. What are you doing? Are you going
I
in with him?
need-
What are you doing?
I want to hang out at the door. So I'm gonna move forward.
Apologize ahead of time.
Or just stay behind me, please. Let me kind of see what's going on.
I don't think he's gonna do any of
Oh.
those things.
You guys are all so loud, like tromping into this place. Like you hit every creaky step as you're walking. It's like crunch, 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 crunch. You knock over like an old like iron like lantern that was still there. It like hits the ground, clang, clang, clang. And
Baby,
this
stop
makes.
crying.
I would say the baby's cry has gotten so much worse now. Like it just continues to elevate and escalate, and it's piercing now.
Okay. Are we moving forward, Thor?
Yeah, we are.
I mean, at this point, obviously.
All right. Basically, I'm gonna cover you. You go check out the baby carriage.
No.
I'm gonna.
Well, I get up
Can
to the. I get up
do
to that
another
threshold.
religion check here? Now that I'm inside?
What was that?
Should I do another religion check now that I'm inside?
No, you don't even have to. So as soon as you got inside, you felt that feeling of desecration hit you. And what I would like is a Constitution saving throw from you, Orgum.
It's like anti-god right now.
This wouldn't affect anyone else, but 16. Okay, so you hold it in. Like you get this nauseous feeling in your stomach, and like the world starts to like swirl in front of you. It's so vile what just happened to you and what happens to your temple and your god. And you think you're gonna throw up, and then you like get it together, and like you're like, and you're centered again. But you really thought you were gonna lose it there for a minute, and you know this is desecrated ground.
I'm like there. I'm a fountain of tears.
Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Are you okay?
This is
Everything
a
okay?
desecrated temple. Who could be okay in this?
Thorcom looks a little green.
Well, I mean,
He's gonna puke.
I. This.
okay. Tell you what, we won't stay here. We won't stay here long. But I'm gonna go check over there.
I'm gonna post up right here, and I'm gonna kind of post up, like looking out, back toward like the carriage area or the baby area, trying to keep an eye out with my crossbow up. I'm like,
Right.
I'm
it.
on the lookout.
Do you want to go with me,
Yeah.
Thorcom? Let's go over here.
And then, Dalcom, are you joining us?
I need to come in. Yeah. Can I
Okay.
move? How much can I move in this?
We're not in combat area, so you can just kind of
Okay,
move wherever you
so-
want to be.
You gotta come over
Actually,
here.
I'm gonna stay here. Yeah.
There it is.
All right,
That's
so
where the basket is, right?
yes. So as you guys get up to the basket, Valen, right next to you.
Oh gosh
Um,
darn it! Every time. I
Oh,
can't find a good place to sit.
This wisp of white and blue starts swirling, and there is a woman standing there next to you. Her hair is like whipping in the air in this wind that isn't there, and she feels cold, and she says, "You are all. Are you all servants of Ilmater?"
Thorcom, and
Child,
Thorcom.
child, what has happened to our beautiful god's temple?
She's like, You believe in Ilmater?
I am a holy cleric of the one Ilmater.
She's like, They are all horrible people. They are the problem. They caused this. They did this to me and my children.
Who is they?
The priests of Ilmater.
Oh, daughter, no.
As you say this, right, her eyes are like swirling like blue and greens and reds. And she's staring at you, Thorcom, with like this intense like gaze, right? And she says, I used to believe like you did, that those that served here were the good people, but they weren't. They are the people that ruined this. They locked away its holy relic. And they gave no care for anything that happened here. They killed my children. My children still live, though, I think. Yes. No. I don't know.
I
The crying
cannot
is
imagine.
also super loud right now. It just like keeps leveling up every couple seconds.
I cannot imagine the horrors put through you in the name of these false priests. I can only promise you that I will bring justice and Ilmater's blessing and those of Mavra back to this place, and I will restore this relic to its proper place.
Okay.
She starts like rolling like through the air towards you, right? She's like floating. Valen, small like wisps of her skirt, like her ghostly skirt, like pass by you, and you feel it like touch your skin, and you see your skin like pucker from frostburn slightly as it touches you. And it goes through like these old pews and just like it's not even there, and then it gets to the concrete pulpit and just veers slightly away from it and keeps going like it didn't actually go through it, like it did everything else in the room. And it gets a little closer to Thorcom, and she says,
So it didn't have effect on the pulpit?
she like went around the pulpit.
Oh, okay.
She went through everything else.
Exactly.
We're trying to say.
Yep. And she says, if you free my children, I might be able to help you.
Tell me, where are your children, daughter?
She looks at the basket.
Okay, the one behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have I ever looked into it yet? I don't know if I haven't yet, technically.
Nope. No one's looked at it yet. You haven't even touched it yet.
Okay, so I turned to look at it.
Okay. And when you do, she rolls up closer to you. And it almost feels like she's speaking. You can feel her breath on your neck, this like ice cold mist. And she says, there's only one person here that I trust. And it's not you. It's not you. And she looks over at Dalcom.
Ooh.
And she says, you, at least, are what you say you are.
What?
She's like, she says, you do not have the fake piety of these religious zealots. And she kind of rolls more forward. And she says, what is it you want, little gnome?
Oh boy.
Got this.
Knowledge.
What kind?
The kind that can bring my family back.
She says, there are old tomes in the basement of this building. She's like, if you want them, you can have them. I don't know if they're what you need, but they're there for you if you want them.
Thank you.
She looks at Warbroth and she says, and what do you want, Born of Dragons?
Gold.
She's like, is that all for one so strong and skilled as you? Just gold? It's also really weird because her voice is so low, but you shouldn't be able to hear it over the intense crying that's happening, and it's just filling this cavern. It's like echoing off the walls and the hard stone floors. But you can hear her, just like she's whispering in your ear.
Gold and stronger flames.
Okay. She's like, I can help you with that. And then she rolls up to Valen. And she gets real close to Valen. She like starts to like swirl slightly around you. And she says, tell me, Archer, why are you here? What do you want?
I want power, knowledge that will bring me power to be better than Penchanis.
Ah, you have an ego. I respect that. She rolls across the floor towards Dimitri. And she looks you up and down, Dimitri, and she says, I bet you have something you want too. What is it? Tell me, Rogue.
I don't believe in you, so this is actually not happening right now. So
I mean, what does Dimitri need? He already has the magic rock.
He does.
Holy moly, man.
This is happening right now.
I also like the fact that you're like, vampires, clearly real. I'm going to tell everybody vampires are real. The huge ghost that's talking to us? No, not real at all.
no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing this. I'm not.
He draws his line at the ghost.
She's like, okay. And she rolls over to the altar and sits on it and crosses her ghostly legs. And she says, you can have anything you want, but you have to free my children. And she like points over to the basket.
Tell you what. I know I don't believe in you and all, but my friends here, we really gotta. There's something outside we gotta check on real quick, and then we're gonna make sure we do what you're saying. So just be right outside.
Oh no,
okay?
you can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thorcum's really gonna leave without checking the crying basket. And we already untied him.
She offered you gold, so Warbreath, you want to go looking around for gold. I want that power.
I have not been offered anything, which is fine, but I'm also probably pretty wary right now.
She's
Okay.
made clear she doesn't like you, Thorcum. She doesn't like
Yeah.
that you're a follower of Ilmater.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't meta, so I don't like this, but I can't tell them what to do. So it's one of those things where I don't want to suggest stuff.
What do we? I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like, hey, what do we need to do to save your children for these rewards?
You don't look in the basket. You don't want to know what.
Just release them. That's all.
That's
How do you release them?
Look at the basket.
Just open the basket.
Don't look at the basket.
Oh.
Look at the basket.
So if Thorcum opens the basket, then we all get the reward we want?
She because her face is ghostly, it's hard to see exact things or whatever. But when you say that, you can still tell she's sneering at Thorcum. But she's like, yes. If the false priest is that, then yes, you would all get it.
I'm 3 seconds from making a decision here, guys.
Right. I know. Well, no. I don't have any knowledge. I wish I could be like, oh, I can tell you all about these ghosts. They always trick you, but I literally have no idea. So I can't tell you. I don't know. I can't say anything.
Does
I
know
don't
know anything about these and the knowledge he's acquired over the years?
Well, he's not saying anything, so I don't have no information I can offer.
I'm out of my depth here too. She's got me. I want power. She's offered me what I want, so I'm hook, line, and sinker here.
Can I roll a check on what I know about this type of creature? Or is it just...
Yeah. Go ahead and roll history. Yes. You can't tell if she's a banshee or a poltergeist. She also might just be a normal ghost. It's hard to tell. But it's very strange to have one so centered and focused as she is. Normally, ghosts are hard to pin down and are unclear in their thoughts. So this is definitely something a little different. She herself doesn't look super powerful. What you do know, though, is they're basically unkillable. If you kill them, they'll just come right back an hour later, unless whatever it is that's holding them gets taken care of. That could be a lot of different stuff, but that's how it works.
Okay. So I'm going to look at her and I say, I understand you have no reason to trust me, as you have gone through terrible things in the name of my God. As awful and untrue as it may be, but what is it that holds you here? Can I help you?
In a blink of the eye, she's like hovering right in front of Thorcum, like this close, and she says, I was a priestess of Ilmater. I came here and did all the service that was required of me over and over and over again. And then when the darkness fell and the things of the night came out, what did they do? They didn't protect this place. They let it fall. They let me fall. They killed my children. That is what these people became. You expect me to trust you and your ilk?
I expect no trust. But if that is true, and I believe you, sister, help me fix it.
I would like...
You're doing good, Matt.
What do I want from you? I want...
I really expected you to say, help me help you.
He almost did, but he didn't.
Help you. Help me.
He didn't do it.
Okay, I think...
Can I add a little more, or is it done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because I feel your passion, and I feel that your faith that brought you here has truly been desecrated by these awful men. But it was such a beautiful gift of Ilmater that you had the faith that you did, and it has caused such strong feelings. I feel that from you, sister, and I will do everything in my power to make this right for you, for your faith.
Okay.
Can I do a little investigation while he's doing that whole thing? Can I, on the side, like while he's distracting her?
Don't
Sure.
touch the basket!
What are you trying to
I know.
investigate, Valen?
I want to investigate this pulpit or this thing that she kind of.
Yeah.
Was the only
Go
thing
ahead.
that she didn't, she went around, right?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
Thorcum, I would like...
Good kinds of magic rock.
Hey, do I get a magic rock too? Yay!
No.
If you ruin this,
Alta's like, wow, this altar's got a really nice backside.
Lift the altar. Lift the altar. Valen.
This is
Dusty.
quite the dandy of an altar if I ever saw one.
I like dandy altars.
All right, Valen, with your 1, I'd like you to roll a D100. I'm not going to kill you if you roll really high, but I do want to know how bad this is going to be for you. You can just try exclamation, or it's /R space 1D100.
1D.
Okay.
Could be worse.
So, Thorcum, you're having like this moment. You're giving this speech to her. You're seeing like this interaction, and then all of a sudden, behind you see Valen like starting to like crouch down and look at the thing, and then he like takes out his dagger and starts pounding on the thing, and you see little chips of like stone flying off, and he's like clank, 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 and then you see him like get his foot against it, and he's like pushing on it, and he's like trying to like move it, and and then she like glances back, and you can see her look at Valen, and then she looks back at you, Thorcum. Thorcum, I want you to do a persuasion check here. And I want it at disadvantage.
Austin,
Now,
I swear to God.
Thorcum.
Myself.
Before you roll this,
Yes, I will use it.
No, here's what this is my real question.
Okay.
Do you want to use your token not to change this roll per se, but to pray before you make this roll?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because
Okay.
I am horrible with persuasion.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Give me the coin,
Oh,
throw it on the table, and then I would like you to roll a religion check first.
Okay. Also not good with those, funny enough.
What kind of cleric are you?
Holy rolly's good with
Hey,
it.
Okay.
okay. That was good.
That is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
So you're saying I didn't find anything, right?
no, you.
Okay.
You found an altar. There it is. Right there.
As far as
Thought
you're
I chose
concerned,
something.
it's literally just a chunk of stone. There's nothing there.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you don't think it was actually ever an altar. You think it might have been a privy.
Oh.
So, Thorcum, you say this quick prayer to Ilmater, and you feel this super weird, like, thing in the back of your mind, this, like, touch of light in this darkness where you are, and in this temple and all of these things. And you were hoping so much that your persuasion would affect her, that your speech would matter. But when you finish your prayer and you feel that thing, you see her like swirl back from you. She pushes off like you were hot to her. And she says, "You still believe, and he blesses you."
I know what happened here was not of his making. Whatever it may be, we can bring his blessing back to you in this place. I promise it, sister.
She says, "We'll see." And the crying instantly stops. And she disappears in a swirl of light. The basket still sits at your feet, Thorcum, but no sound comes out of it anymore. And you all feel that feeling that is now what only some of you felt before. Now you all feel, and you all know it's the desecrated ground that you stand on. But she disappeared. And with that, I think we're going to call it an evening tonight.
You are the worst.
I know.